Action. Where's that music coming? Oh. Action. I know what it is. That audio is coming. All right. And okay, I'm gonna walk around like I'm Maxwell Smart. I am ready for picture. Hello. I am Dumwell, Max Dumwell, that is, secret agent extraordinaire. And I'm here to say, Chief, do you hear something ringing, Chief?
No, what is it? What do you hear?
Chief, there seems to be some kind of secret agent on the bass guitar with you. I believe he's an agent of chaos.
I can't confirm that either way.
An agent of opportunity, perhaps even a communist.
Oh.
And you know how we deal with communists around here.
That's right, Dumbwheeler.
That's Dumwell.
Dumwell, right.
Max Dumwell, Chief. You ought to know that. You're the one that interviewed me. The point is, what's that sound? I think I heard something ringing.
What? Ooh.
Is it a phone? Oh, my goodness, I forgot. Yes. Well, yeah, I am interested in that kind of a... No, that's disgusting. What? Well, I'm 5'10", and why do you want to know my measurements? Dastardly. It's another agent of chaos. This is ridiculous. You know, I think there's one answer we can settle this all out with. If we play the right tune, we might be able to drive the agents of chaos to a different state, not only of being, but different state from Oregon. commercial message.
Come to a world I have created just for you. A world where you enjoy the pleasures of the epidermis. Skin so beautiful, your eyes will cloud with the tears of pure joy that you will be crying as you worship the women who display their epidermis just for you in my epidermis emporium. We're open all night to allow your eyes to feast on this bounty of flesh and skin and what we like to call epidermis. It's so beautiful. It's so well taken care of. It's so lovely that you will love it too. And you will spend a lot of time at Vladimir's Epidermis Emporium.
And we're back, and we're, goodness gracious me, we're outside, and I have an extra hand with me.
That's great.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
let's throw this off for now. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us. I'm Jeff Dodge. Rich Reese, Steve Sabila are with me here. The Peasant Revolution Band in all of our original glory, I suppose. This was well, I've carried this mantle for I don't know. I suppose the people probably don't know this, but I had a dream that I came up with the Peasant Revolution Band in '95, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? 1995, and I wrote it on some paper and started. Yeah, I was thinking it could be a Sgt. Pepper anyway. So
Right.
I had the idea kicking around. I did a few iterations, but Us is a three-piece, or kind of the real. This was the Cream era. I feel like it was like. What was that? Ginger was in the band with Jack Bruce, and what was that? The Blues Explosion, right?
Yeah, the who's that guy? He's a big
Alex
isolation.
Corner's Blues Explosion. That was it. Alex Corner. It's a very, very big man, as Ginger would put it, I believe. But yes, I feel like that was when we became Cream. It was when it became the three of us, and we did a fair amount of gigs, didn't we? Now.
Yeah.
Toured the state of Oregon quite a bit.
That's right. Well, we had that week down at the Whiskey, which was okay. I mean, we didn't really blow them away, but.
Well, the Whiskey A Go-Go is not an easy place these days, and that brings me to my point: is L.A.
Right?
They just had the Oscars. Did you get a chance to watch the Oscars, Rich?
And stop me if you've heard this one before, but. I didn't actually live with my girlfriend until I was, and this is not an exaggeration, 42.
Uh-huh.
She had a great...
That's pretty old.
Yeah, we're both independent people. She had a great deal on like a dream Portland apartment out in Southeast, so she didn't really we didn't have to live together, and it wasn't until her place got sold and they jacked the rent that she moved in. So anyway, I haven't been an Oscars person, but now... that I have like an intelligent, independent woman living in the house, we had to watch the Oscars, and so was
she always an Oscars fan?
Well, yeah, I mean, she's a native of Orange County.
Oh,
okay. And she also consumes media and culture voraciously.
Sure.
So we didn't have an Oscar party per se,
I've been to Oscar parties. I mean, that was quite the thing.
I've read about
10
them.
years
Like
ago.
all my friends would get together without me and have them, which was fine.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care. But yeah, so we did watch last night. I kind of paid attention, but I was also, I'm hopelessly addicted to my phone now, so I was doing other stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what did you think about the?
Well, I'm still kind of pissed about, when Annie Hall beat Star Wars in 1977. That was
Sure.
ridiculous. And so I've always kind of held the Oscars in a certain realm because of that.
Sure.
To ignore the genius of George Lucas or the acting skills of Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill, let alone the great Carrie Fisher. Rest in peace, dear
Certainly.
Carrie.
Yeah. Nice girl. Nice.
But
kid.
what they're up to now, I don't know. Did you see any movies this year? I didn't really.
I'm trying to
catch
remember
them.
which of those I'd actually seen, and I can't. I don't remember stuff these days. I've got what the kids are calling COVID brain.
COVID brain.
Yeah, it's where I've just been sitting around not doing a goddamn thing for so long that I just,
Right.
whatever.
It's
we had seen,
atrophy.
Yeah,
Brain
it's-
muscles atrophy.
Yeah,
It's like you can't get out of the bed or something.
right. That's the thing. I wish I could sleep more. That's part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm not doing anything, but I'm only sleeping about 5 or 6 hours a day. Anyway, so yeah,
you
we
got a
had-
bit of the insomnia too, then.
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the nice thing is I like to take a big, healthy walk in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I'm up early, that's kind of nice.
And you're in
But-
the. Can I say it? The neighborhood.
Oh, sure,
The-
sure.
The beautiful, lovely
Irvington,
Kenton
yeah,
neighborhood.
you bet.
Irvington. I'm sorry. Yes.
No, no,
Irvington.
both Steve and I, actually, the cool people.
The governor lives near you in Laurelhurst. Is that it? No.
No, she's out in Southwest, but
Oh,
although
okay.
she also maintains the Mahonia Hall residence. No, we're both in the Kenton.
Well, that's always kind of a metaphor, isn't it? No one really stays there, do they? Mahonia Hall.
Well, Goldschmidt sure as hell did. I mean, he's the one
Oh,
that dictated
right.
the purchase of it.
Oh, okay.
I think Kitzhaber lived there too, but he also had his own residence.
He had a girlfriend for a while, didn't he? That was. Yeah. I don't know.
She
anyway,
was such a like a GIS master's program regent.
I
Anyways,
imagine he stayed at her apartment, while he was governor. I imagine that could have been a
Probably.
thing that happened. and-
Yeah. Poor guy. It's like Raymond Carver used to say, Actually, I'm not going to say it.
All right. Right.
But anyways, no, both Steve and I are up in the historic Kenton district.
Yes, the north of our fine city. And
Yeah.
there's I guess we're in a citywide state emergency, or what do they call it? County
everybody el-
state emergency. or-
Everybody else is, but we're doing fine.
Yeah. yeah.
My cat's doing great. We
Uh-huh.
just get up. I had a couple of tulips come in this year that was very cool. I had my yard guy was over this morning. We got a bunch of stuff done. There's no emergency in Kenton right now.
The spring is starting to, tulip season is happening, and
Yeah.
it's really beautiful. I think we kind of got a cold spring to start, but it feels like it's finally warming up.
Yeah, we're coming around. I will say there's kind of a crisis in housing up there. We've had like a real shit box on my street just sold for $551,000.
Oh, yeah.
Which I know compared to the rest of the city, that's nothing. But in Kenton, that is quite a bit.
Well, so that's. Are you thinking you're going to
Cash in.
keep
and,
cash in, or are you thinking
No.
you would like build a little like one of those mini houses and landlord from your property
No.
in the
well, I don't-
backyard? One of those type of deals.
I don't
'Cause
wanna-
we've thought about that. That could
Sure.
be. Jamil and I could fit in there.
Right.
And then we could like shove 7 people in here,
Right.
charge like exorbitant rental rates,
It's interesting.
and I could keep on them. I could like clean the bathroom, and all that kind of stuff. It'd be great.
That reminds me of this anthropological thing I saw about like the really high altitude people in the Himalayas. And so there's a group of people there who own a bunch of farmland at lower altitudes.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And then they lease that out to other people.
Right.
But they are, and I think, the housing activists might take note in this. I think they'll appreciate this. Is that the landowners in this little culture up there, they are the lowest rung on the society. So I think maybe that's something we could take a cue from here, although
Yeah,
I'm not
well,
gonna hold
I'm
my
actually
breath
of,
on that
of
one.
Scottish ancestry. I don't know if you
Sure.
knew that.
No, I
Scottish
heard
and
about
Welsh,
that,
and
yeah.
that's
I've-
how we used to do things back in the old day. We'd like
Right.
you had your Highlanders and your Lowlanders,
Right.
and the Lowlanders shall never be treated as human, less than dog is
Right.
the way I believe we might have that in our shield. You are less than a dog. remember which way that went. If that was
Oh,
at
man.
us or we were presenting that, but
No, that's for
somewhere
that's
in there.
that's for the sound
Dodge,
crew, isn't
yeah,
it? I
Dodge,
think.
dog. Your life is as valuable or less than. I don't know. I
Yeah.
get mixed up.
It's
Though
before
I
my
can't
time.
read Gaelic as well, you know. But,
Oh, that's a damn shame. Hey, you know what I found out? I'm only 2% Welsh.
oh, really?
Even though, yeah, I mean, Reese is a full-on Welsh situation.
Yeah, it sounds. Yeah.
But you know what else I found out basically on the same day is that I do have ancestors that go back at least to the Revolution. And there was
Okay.
a guy with the same name as my Uncle Ratso who fought in the Revolutionary War, which I thought was really interesting.
The American Revolution,
Yeah,
yeah.
ours. Yeah.
not the Cromwell stuff.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
No.
So
No,
many
but-
revolutions to keep track of.
I know.
But today you only need to keep track of one. This is the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour
That's
you're
right.
watching. This is episode 4, our April episode. It is 2021 now, and this is actually our first live in-person thing for quite a while.
It's true. It's true.
It's been a
bit.
real trick to try and jam with these various gadgets and whatnot.
It
It's
was
nice
a-
to
this
have
is
this,
great.
like, 18-foot eye contact at least, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that jam kazam. Oh man, that's a real jam kazam. Let's put it that way.
It jams and then it kazams,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, what can you do? Well, listen, we're doing pretty well. We're 20 minutes in, so I think this might be a chance to pay some bills. I'd like to mention that if anyone is out there and has received a messenger link from us, we have David, our technical director, is in the studio ready to grab you, and we'll go live on the air if you want to do a little check-in, say hi
Oh yeah.
to the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. And if you didn't receive an invite, text us or comments or whatever these kids do these days, right? So, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and hopefully we might have a guest. We may not, but we have some music prepared, and we'll take it from there if we need to. All right, see you in a little bit.
Smoke it for hours. Door to door, boat to boat. Cheap white wine, cheap sugar. Yeah, this is a tasty fish. It's brined in like a brand name soy sauce and cheap white wine. Cheap sugar, salt, little herbs in there, and it's brined overnight. You know, let it dry out and form a nice little pellicle, they call it in the biz. Nice sort of protective skin, the membrane, and then we'll smoke it for hours on end, and just cheap white wine. Cheap white wine. Drink beer and wait. Cheap white wine. Line cod, barbless line cod, barbless hook, smoking to dry it out. It's a smoky flavor. Cheap white wine. Door to door, boat to boat. Free range, line caught, barbless hooked Chinook.
You know, I never want to think about writing a resume. I mean, my God, what a nightmare, seriously. Jobs, I got a job now, and that's what I'm happy about. Safford Brothers Downtown Blend, Taste City Coffee. It's always good. And let me tell you something. I am a coffee ambassador. Okay, so if I had to do a resume, I'd have to put that on there. And I'd have to explain. And I'd just end up spending a lot of time talking about Safford Brothers, Downtown Blend, Taste City Coffee. That's what I'd be talking about during the whole job interview. Just sitting around, shooting the breeze, talking about how great coffee is. I'd probably get a new coffee customer. But I tell you, what I wouldn't do is I wouldn't end up getting the job. And so it's kind of a waste of time. Safford Brothers, have a cup of coffee. It's always good. You're gonna love it.
got these holes along the edge on the bottom and the holes along the edge on the top. And
Smokeless.
It's like it's not exactly smokeless, but it's the smoke is greatly reduced.
Right.
And it's very compact and. Yeah, and then we got like a normal one as a gift that has like a barbecue on the top. It's very exciting.
Cool.
My yard is still trashed, so.
Oh my God, we're back. We're
Oh,
live. Someone's hitting me here. What's this? No, I do not want to be on. So that's your old roommate Scott there, Rich, texting me that he will not be appearing tonight.
Oh.
So that's one down.
I heard he had jury duty today or something.
He does. He's on a case. He is both juror and the accused. It's a very strange phenomenon. I guess it's sort of a trial thing they're doing right now with the executive branch and the judicial, where they let you represent yourself and be your own jury if you're from the right county. If you're from the wrong county, it's very different. But,
and he's from Washington County now, so he can get away with that.
Yeah, so he's kind of getting a different shake on it all. Oh, I love the outdoor tuning because it's so like unique in its tuning degree. To be very like. It's just, it's like outdoor tuning has. I mean, I could just do this for hours.
Oh yeah, I got a text from Scott too.
Like tuning is. I might just do a whole show where I just tune.
No, but he says we're looking good.
Oh, he told me that too. So that's.
So where's Phil? I thought Phil was gonna be on.
Phil is busy helping craft the Madness of Crowds Part 2. We're working on a sequel right now.
Okay.
Very big. Ashbold Stewart has taken part in it.
Okay.
And a friend, a guy you know, Nathan Jr. is also contributed quite significantly.
Really? In person, or is he doing
actually, Phil got him to write a tune for him, and it's fascinating. I've laid a bass line down for it that I don't know if Nate will like.
Interesting.
But yeah, tuning is like kind of. Well, you're playing a lot of bass now, Rich.
I play a little. Hey, did I tell you about this amp that I got?
No, what is? Oh, I think I saw something online about it.
Yeah, I posted a little. It's a 1940. I texted with Steve about it. He's seen it. It's a very handsome little piece. It's an old wooden amp, and it just says bass amp on it. And so I looked it up, and it is the first production bass amplifier in the United States from 1946.
Wow.
And it's made by the company that was the precursor to Ampeg.
Sure.
And so I've talked to a few pros, and it is so rare we can't get a value assigned to it.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So I've got a
1946 model.
Yeah.
And the tubes still work, it turns out.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Holy cow.
So a quick story. It's just been in my parents' basement forever.
Yeah.
We bought it at a garage sale in Eugene in 1985 for $20. And so we were going to donate it to Nate.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to my folks' house. I took it to my car, took it over to Nate. And he just plugs it in, plugs my little bass into it, and starts slapping away. Kind of sounded like Tommy from Badfinger, like some very, very cool tones. And he's like, well, you should just take this home and play with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did, and I was posting some videos on the interwebs, and a friend is like, you should check this thing out. And so I just started looking it up, and yeah,
Wow.
it actually precedes the bass guitar.
Yeah.
So what
Holy
it is,
cow.
Steve, you probably know that Ampeg is like in reference to a pickup. That's where they came with that name. The pickup they called a peg.
Mm-hmm.
And then so they were making this amp to plug the peg into, and that's what it was. The guy's wife came up with it.
Crazy.
But this predates that a little bit. It's made out of war surplus parts, So like I don't think anything's been replaced on it, and it turns right on. It sounds really warm. When I play it, I can kind of make it sound like a Motown. I can't play the
Right.
notes, of
I
course,
well, I
but
caught
it's like-
you
this
doing a
gets
little
pretty
Motown
warm.
not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds very that
very
was
fun.
it Stax Records or
What was I? Oh, I think the last funky one I did was Get Ready. So that's
Yes.
definitely a Motown one.
that's the Temptations.
That's right. So
That how's that go? It's like something
doesn't
doesn't it go like da 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 da? This kind of da 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 da. It's kind of like a thing about now. Da 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 da.
yeah.
Da 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 da. Be knocking on my door. Go away. Don't come round here no more. getting some of that classical jazz black back into our black.
What?
Black into our back, and yeah, time for commercial.
Well, I gotta make another commercial, and that's fine, because I just love to talk, and I love Safford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste City Coffee. It's always good, and that's basically all I talk about these days, and that's okay. It's not a bad way to live. I drink coffee, I talk about coffee, and a little bit, I throw in a little bit of philosophy. You know, people keep saying, do that podcast, you know, and it's going to be all about Safford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste City Coffee always being good, and then, you know, I'll throw in a little Nietzsche. I don't know that much about Nietzsche, but, you know, some philosophy, and then have a few cups of coffee, and then the podcast will be over, and you can listen to something else. But hey, you're gonna love it.
Come to a world I created just for you. A world where you enjoy the pleasures of the epidermis. Skin so beautiful, your eyes will cloud with the tears of pure joy that you will be crying as you worship the women who display their epidermis just for you in my epidermis emporium. We're open all night to allow your eyes to feast on this bounty of flesh and skin and what we like to call epidermis. It's so beautiful. It's so well taken care of. It's so lovely that you will love it too. And you will spend a lot of time at Vladimir's Epidermis Emporium.
surf rock. Little Ventures Walk, Don't Run. We're so happy to be back live. The Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. I am your host, Jeff Dodge. That is Mr. Steven Sabila behind me on the bass guitar. Mr. Rich Reese, our musical director on the Skins.
That's right.
And we, as you can tell, this was about the best we could do tonight. We had about 18 guests cancel because it's very difficult to book Monday after Oscars. Even though it was not watched by many, it's still really difficult to book guests on the last Monday of the month, especially after Oscar Sunday. So we are doing a little improv for you, and we're just kind of letting it hang out. Feel free to hit us on that Facebook or an emoji or a YouTube or whatever you got in mind. We're going to be here for about 12 more minutes. And we have a few more things we want to say about the political climate of Portland right now. And but we're going to take a quick commercial break before we do that. So stand by, and we have about 11 and a half minutes. So come join us. Come join our Peasant Revolution Band, and we'll be right back after this brief commercial message.
Come to a world I have created just for you. A world where you enjoy the pleasures of the epidermis. Skin so beautiful, your eyes will cloud with the tears of pure joy that you will be crying as you worship the women who display their epidermis just for you in my epidermis emporium. We're open all night to allow your eyes to feast on this bounty of flesh and skin and what we like to call epidermis. It's so beautiful. It's so well taken care of. It's so lovely that you will love it too. And you will spend a lot of time at Vladimir's Epidermis Emporium.
Smoke it for hours. Door to door, boat to boat. Cheap white wine, cheap sugar. Yeah, this is a tasty fish. It's brined in like a brand name soy sauce and cheap white wine, cheap sugar, salt, little herbs in there, and it's brined overnight. You gotta let it dry out and form a nice little pellicle, they call it in the biz. Nice sort of protective skin, the membrane, and then we'll smoke it for hours on end, and just cheap white wine. Cheap white wine. Drink beer and wait. Cheap white wine. Line cod, barbless line cod, barbless hook. Smoking to dry it out. It's a smoky flavor. Door to door, boat to boat. Free range, line caught, barbless hooked Chinook.
never want to think about writing a resume. I mean, my God, what a nightmare, seriously. Jobs. I got a job now, you know, and that's what I'm happy about. Safford Brothers Downtown Blend, Taste City Coffee. It's always good. And let me tell you something. I am a coffee ambassador. Okay, so if I had to do a resume, I'd have to put that on there, and I'd have to explain. And I'd just end up spending a lot of time talking about Safford Brothers, Downtown Blend, Taste City Coffee. That's what I'd be talking about during the whole job interview. Just sitting around, shooting the breeze, talking about how great coffee is. I'd probably get a new coffee customer, but I tell you, what I wouldn't do is I wouldn't end up getting the job, and so it's kind of a waste of time. Safford Brothers, have a cup of coffee. It's always good. You're gonna love it.
Oh.
We are back.
Okay.
You are watching the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. I'm your host, Jeff Dodge, and we have Mr. Steven Sabila and Richard Reese.
That's right.
Do you ever go by Richard? How often do you go by Richard?
Various family members call me that, although
That's like Jeffrey for me, I think.
Oh,
You know, I'm all right with Jeffrey on a certain level, but, you know,
Yeah,
I don't want everyone calling me Jeffrey if that's cool.
I've got a story about that whole thing. It's not appropriate for TV though, so I'll tell
right.
you later.
Family stuff.
Oh,
But you guys were just saying, what was that about? You were talking about the,
well, we're always talking about the Lord, but we were talking about
Vanport. It was
Yeah.
about Vanport. Yes. We're Trench Digger Productions we are happily very close to seizing our next second episode to the Tales of Old Portland series that our wonderful friend Mr. Norman Sylvester is also a co-producer on, and you know, I was just trying to I was recounting how I just heard about this I followed this radio you know, it's kind of an interesting story. Mr.
Sure.
Jefferson, Phil Jefferson,
Sure.
who is Madness of Crowds fame, one of our featured artists, if you go to our website, working on a new album. But when I was first engaging with Mr. Jefferson, he had me, I kind of had him working with Dodge Visuals for a bit, you know.
Okay, sure.
And he was doing a lot of sales and market research, and he would...
Oh, I'm sure.
Did you remember Meetup.com? Did you ever do that thing?
I remember that it
Meetup.
existed, but I
Meetup.com.
wouldn't do that shit. I have real friends.
I'm still on their thing, and so like we went and did it because Phil was like, it's a free meal. What what the hell?
Right.
So all right, a free meal. We're both unemployed right now. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
See Phil
So you
going
take
for a free
it,
meal,
and
you bet.
is a bunch of old radio broadcasters.
Oh,
And
you're kidding.
I signed. They worked for the TV, right, and all the radio and TV people and the antennas, and I got on some listserv of their subscription email, and I think it's been like almost 10 years that I was wondering, like, why am I on this still?
Right.
But then as things happened recently, I kept hearing about, hey, there's a job, someone died at this TV station. I was like, oh, I should keep my eye on that. Maybe I can...
No, you don't want to work for those corporate shit
Well,
stains.
anytime you can replace a dead person, it's kind of like, well, maybe you'll be next.
Yeah, maybe
it's sort of one of
OPB.
those things. Are you going to get trapped into it? The golden parachute, or
Well,
no,
yeah,
golden
if you
handcuffs? I
you
guess
think
they call
18
them.
bucks an hour is a golden handcuff? Yeah.
Yeah,
go for it. yeah.
Right. I can't imagine working 18 an hour for a golden handcuff. I mean,
Yeah. It'll take you forever to save up for the gold.
I mean, I'll do the
But,
silver for $9. I'll do the
Actually,
silver
on
for
a
$9.
serious note, there's an OHSU position you might be interested in. I'll talk to you later about that. But
Okay.
yeah, no, it's nice talking to those old broadcast guys. They got a lot to cry about.
Well, and so as I was getting to, my point was that I finally realized why I'm on this listserv. It had, they did a fantastic PDF. Someone wrote a book about the Vanport flood.
Oh, okay.
And apparently
Big flood.
there was a radio station in Vanport, and
Right.
they kept live the whole time as the flood would. They would have moved them to the roof. They were still broadcasting the whole time they're the last ones to let everyone know what was
Yeah.
going on and everything. So it was amazing story. So we're going to try and work through that, and I'm
Did
hoping
you
to have some
know-
writing from you. Have you digested?
Oh, you bet. You know that Wheeler was mayor during that?
Wheeler,
Yeah, Ted Wheeler.
Ted Wheeler.
He was mayor in the late 40s during the Vanport situation.
You must be talking about Ted Wheeler Sr., the
Oh no, it
the
was our
newspaper
Ted, the same
king
Ted.
that like
yeah.
had the son William Randolph Hearst or something like that.
Something like that. No,
George
I'm just
Hearst.
trying to be funny. But,
No,
yeah,
I get what you're saying. I mean, Ted Wheeler is a real. Let me tell you about Ted Wheeler.
Yeah,
If I
he's in
could
the
tell you
pictures.
one
It's
thing
crazy.
about this mayor we got here, he's a real special cake.
Yeah.
Special cake, my dear. I think someone fell asleep.
Yeah, he's like a Lady Baltimore cake. He's a.
He's my sweet Agent 69 seems to have fallen asleep. But, oh my goodness, Agent 69. What are you saying? Oh my goodness. All right. Yes. Yes. Say goodnight. Stop talking about the mayor. All right.
Say goodnight, Jeff.
I'll leave our poor mayor alone. Good night, Jeff.
And good night, Ted.
And good night, Ted. Oh, come on out. Join us if you don't mind, would you? So happy together. And you and me, no matter how we toss the dice, it had to be the only one who needs you. So happy together. And you and me, no matter how we toss the dice, it had to be the only one who needs you. And you for me, so happy together. Ask yourself, when will we be back? We'll be back every last Monday of the month. Every last Monday of the month until time ends is the contract we have with YouTube or the Earth or something like that. Good night. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. And tune in next month when our guest will be, I believe, Kip Johnson and
Who?
Brian B.A. Anderson. So we'll see you next month, late May, May 31st, something like that.
That'll
Bye-bye.
happen.